Hello, and we are live. So thank you for everyone who has dropped in for another live stream. Unlike the last ones, this is not for charity. It's just for fun, just to take a break, just to chill out and play a game that should be fun. So previously we played Indiana Jones and Fate of Atlantis, and thank you to everyone who helped just support that, because we raised over £300. It was absolutely fantastic. And now I'm going to try another game from my childhood. A game which is quite a bit harder in the sense that it has a set of mechanics that will very quickly become apparent as absolutely horrific for me to try and do whilst live streaming, but we will give it a go. The good thing is, as far as I'm aware, the space battles, which is what I'm talking about, only happen at infrequent intervals, and the first one you get through. So hopefully it will go well, but it might not. It might go terrifyingly. So if we get completely stuck, I will be relying on you to work out what to do. But I'm going to load this up. Let me know how the sound is when I tried it earlier. It's a CD-ROM conversion to give the audio, and it's incredibly loud. I've dropped it down a bit on the levels, so hopefully it will be clearer. But if you can't hear it, whatever, just drop a message in the chat. I'll see what I can do to sort it. Right, let's get the game up and running. Actually, I'm just going to do one other thing, which is I am going to chat on my screen so I can see you. Brilliant. Cool. Okay, now let's go. Let's enjoy this and let's have some fun.
Space, the final frontier. These are the voyages of the Starship Enterprise. Its mission? To explore strange new worlds, to discover new life and new civilizations, to boldly go where no man has gone before.
It is just like the TV show, but with better music and acting. So, because I've recently been checking this works, what happens basically is you get called straight into a fight using the fight mechanics with no idea what the keys are. I have checked them, but there's a good chance we just blow up, because I don't know if it's the emulations making it harder or Demon World, if it's just brutal.
Though the Enterprise's primary mission is peaceful exploration, the galaxy holds many surprises. To be prepared, we are conducting a mock battle with the USS Republic.
Captain Patterson reports the Republic is in position and ready to begin, Captain.
The Republic is arming weapons and raising shields. I suggest we do the same, Captain.
Raising shields. Arming weapons.
Okay, right, so that's got my shield up. So the first time I loaded this, I didn't even get the shield up because they killed me. This isn't most of the game, and yeah, we don't have survivors. But yeah, not a gentle start. So anyone who's ever played sort of space combat games, which this isn't really, will know that the thing you sort of have to do is fly around. You sort of have to slow down from behind, speed up. Ooh. Not a good start. The trouble is, if you slow down like I just did, you get shot in the back. See, if you see in the middle there, there's a little radar. I'm trying to follow him around on. Slow down a bit, see if we can get the cornering up. Definitely hit them instead of just flying through them.
Computer estimates the Republic is crippled, Captain.
Captain Patterson extends his congratulations, sir.
Lowering shields and disarming weapons.
Message coming in from Starfleet.
On screen, Lieutenant.
Jim, the Enterprise is ordered to travel to Pollux 5. The natives report that alien life forms have been attacking the settlers near a mine at Mount Idle. You are to report to the High Prelate of the colony. The settlers are members of the Acolytes of the Stars sect. The description of the attackers vary, but all say that the attackers resemble creatures from many Earth religions known as demons. Starfleet wants you to determine the nature of these creatures and to resolve the situation without bringing harm to the colonists. Starfleet out.
Right. So one of the things that's changed since I last played this as a kid is now talkie, which means that the dialogue actually closes itself, where before you had as much time as you like to read it, now it shuts it, so that's what pulls you into that battle so fast. In terms of the sound effects, I can show you. So if you click on Kirk, one of these options, you literally have no control. So they are all over the place, and that's how it was always designed. Right, so the first thing we need to do is we need to go and warp somewhere. That's this option. And this is the game's copy protection, which is hilarious. This from back when computer games didn't think you had a photocopier. The good thing is I do have a photocopier, and I've done this to share it with you. Look at that. So we need to go to Pollux 5 or something, which means I need to work out. I think it's this one, because I get this wrong, we die, so that would be bad. Yeah, no, I think that's it. Isn't that cool?
We're off course, Captain.
No, I got it wrong.
There are Elassie ships closing rapidly.
This is a
Okay,
mess
we might
now.
not die. Let's cook it up.
Damage
You're wrong.
control standing by, sir.
Message from the Elastic.
On screen,
You
Lieutenant.
shouldn't have come.
Arming weapons. Raising
Die
shields.
horribly at this point. Oh, it's good practice. The good news is we haven't got far, so I should have saved before doing it. They've gone off radar because they're close.
Aye, sir.
They're behind me again. Shouldn't be too bad, just one of them, but just takes a little bit. So he's still there, you can still just about see him.
Our weapons are offline. The shields are falling. Our weapons are... I don't know how long she can...
Got some weapons. We will get the map right next time.
Target analysis on.
Stream will be just this fight over and over again. No, we will get Francis. I'll either die or it will die. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get somewhere anyway. Oh, he's behind me. I love that radar is like 2D in a 3D space. It's very rough and calm. Yeah, no, he's taking this. Certainly is an expert mover. Oh, I think I did it. I think that's done it. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to save this time.
Save new game.
And save stream 1. And then, if we get the copy protection wrong, we can go forward. So, right. So, we need to go to... We need to look on this. I'm going to try and bring it up on my end a bit bigger. I have another copy here. Okay. So we need to go to Pollock, which is 19. So I was in the... I went for there, and I should have gone for there. I misread it. There you go. We'll find out.
We have arrived at
Yes!
5.
Beaten by copy protection. Right, okay. Right, now. Okay, take our weapons off.
Disarming weapons.
So the way the mechanics also work in this game is you get points for doing so many things right, so you can get a load of stuff wrong. And that was probably one of them, and we
Shields repaired,
probably
Captain.
didn't lose anything. But there's really tiny things, so like hit O to go into orbit,
Entering standard orbit.
and then talk to Uhura.
Message from High Prelate Robert and...
Welcome, Enterprise. The High Prelate awaits you. Please, beam down and meet with him.
And see, that would have got us some points for having that dialogue.
Pollux 5 has recently emerged from an ice age, sir. It's spring at the moment, cool but tolerable. Sensors indicate previously documented flora and fauna. Nothing unusual.
Right, so I think that's what we can do here. We then beam down.
Captain, the shields are up.
I mean,
Lowering shields, Captain.
good then. Do I need to tell you to repair the ship? Let's repair.
Aye, sir.
Okay, let's try beaming down.
Spock, come with me. Mr. Scott, you have the con.
And yeah, you can definitely die a lot in this.
This is so much better, gentlefolk. We are honored at your presence and hope you will find peace here in our haven.
Captain, the flora on this planet is very interesting. I wonder how useful it may be for medicinal purposes.
I'm Captain James T. Kirk of the USS Enterprise. We have received word that alien life forms are creating problems at your mining facilities at Idle Mountain. Tell me more.
Okay, so this is where we get to choose options. And yeah. So we just
Most High Prelate Angiven, I am honored to meet you. I consider it my divine duty to assist you in any possible way with the spawn of the devil.
As always, chip in if you decide you have.
Been
a thing
seeing
you want to do.
ghosts and boogeymen, eh? I find that a little hard to believe. I'm Captain James T. Kirk of the USS Enterprise. We have received...
Certainly, Captain Kirk. Not aliens per se. We have encountered what we believe are demons at Idle Mountain. Creatures surely emerging from the very gates of hell. Our God would not test us thus without reason. So we believe your might and insight are our God's method to help us discover what is going on.
Aside from seeing demons, has any hard data been collected? Any evidence I could see? Demons? Gates of hell? This is the 23rd century.
I mean, I'm assuming nobody wants to be the complete dick version of Kirk.
Aside from seeing demons, has any hard data been collected? Any evidence I could see?
A skeptic would consider everything merely anecdotal or unproven. My people will gladly tell you their own stories, so you need not hear it secondhand through me.
What can you tell me about the mine itself? You're wasting the time of a starship capable of destroying this planet with campfire stories? No wonder you were dumped out here in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, that's cool.
What can you tell me about the mine itself?
The area is exceptionally stable tectonically, and easy for our machinery to work in, praise God. We've mined for hafnium and a variety of useful trace elements. The deeper we dig, however, the more anomalous the variety of minerals seems to be. Our Ignatiate brother Stephen has his own theories about why this might be. Either way, the anomalies inspired Brother Candry to conduct studies inside the mine. Yesterday, he reported discovering a strange door. A gate to hell, surely, for the demons caused a cave-in immediately. Candry was trapped, unconscious, and the demons prevent us from rescuing him. We can only hope he is still alive. Thank you for your courtesy, Kirk. May you receive the guidance and protection of our God as you complete this divine mission.
Right, so I assume we've spoken everything we can to him. Won't let me giggle him anymore. Mining equipment. So yeah, we have some items.
One Starfleet issue.
So you kind of have to...
His blood pressure's up a bit, but he believes he's telling the truth.
And these are the kind of things we don't want to miss.
Nothing to report, Captain.
We've got a tricorder, a medical thing, comm, first aid kit, and some well, same phase, probably two different settings.
Nothing to report, Captain.
You fail to obtain any
What is triggering it? Just light up red button.
remnants of a recent snowfall cover the ground.
Okay, not particularly exciting. Go in here then. Come on, Kirk. Use a medical tricorder on a sick person. I mean, clearly, that's more sensible than talking to someone.
Jim, this man has suffered severe physical injuries to his head and arm. The wounds have been adequately cared for. However, he has developed a Nugarian infection. If not treated swiftly, the effects can be fatal. The infection can normally be treated with hypoditoxin, but there's none on the Enterprise.
I may be of some assistance. The Lorexian berry grows near the mouth of the cave. If I could acquire it, I would be able to synthesize the hypoditoxin from the berry. Unfortunately, the demons prevent us from approaching the cave entrance. Perhaps you could retrieve it for me.
Okay, so we need some berries.
The alien's life signs seem stressing.
Scan every person.
He is too busy consoling the... This man is in no... He is too busy
Time is of the essence. You must hurry.
Right, so no one's going to talk to me. Yes.
Boxes of supplies and mining equipment litter the floor.
One is going to talk to me unless I find this.
Boxes of supplies and...
Oh, guys disappeared.
A glass-fronted display of mineral specimens, including a meteorite, a few fossil shells, the skull of a cat-sized alien animal, and a very encrusted twist of metal. The glass case is locked.
Yeah, I'm guessing I'm not in the mood of smashing stuff. Certainly if I want to stay friendly.
Assorted pieces of glass rest on this table, from ancient beakers to double burners. An old-fashioned computer. It appears to have some type of... An antiquated molecular synthesizer sits in the corner. A multi-purpose workspace with fine, well-worn tools and equipment close at hand.
Guessing I can't
You fail to obtain anything.
use or take.
You fail to obtain... The glass case is locked. You fail to obtain any...
A vintage 801286 of the mid-21st century. It is a fine museum piece.
I think Spock.
I read a collection of small items of no evident value. I would characterize this as a small museum display, Captain. Nothing to report, Captain. Fascinating, Captain. It is an Ardak 4 molecular synthesizer, a museum piece in perfect working order.
Yeah, it's one of those games that is really poorly reviewed, which I think a lot of people haven't played. I think it's just one of those things that you have to be. Oh gosh, I know that we're going to see some demons.
Save new game. Replace previous...
Right. Go me.
You see a small explosion, and the
Now I
Klingon's
do-
hand falls to the ground with a dull thud.
I guess they don't make Klingons like they used to, sir.
So I do remember from playing this game as a kid that you can either use kill or stun. And if you use kill,
You take the
bodies
Klingon's
disappear and you don't
detached
get that
hand.
hand. But I have no idea what that hand's for.
We registered phaser fire and an unknown energy beam. Is everyone okay?
We're fine. Did you
Yeah,
register
the
any
red shirt
disruptor
will
fire?
definitely be killed.
No, Captain. Why? Are there Klingons down there?
No, just an idea. Cook out.
Fascinating. I begin to suspect that we have stumbled upon something that the colonists would never have uncovered.
What is it, Spock?
I wish to gather further data before making a definite conclusion, Captain.
So I guess that means we want to skin the bodies.
This is not a Klingon, Captain. Not a real one. It is an organic construct, an android-like robot. It looks like a Klingon, but the appearance is entirely superficial.
You do know that red shirts aren't the most likely to be killed. We did the maths in a podcast a few years ago. The number of red shirts means actually, proportionally, it's the command crew who are more likely to die. But that's, yeah, strange. Right. Spent too much time debating that once.
This hand was taken from the
maths,
Klingon
it's fun.
outside the cave.
Right. So is there anything else here?
Mount Idle rises above you. A Gindorian fern. A Gindorian fern. They look like Klingon.
Oh, maybe I should do a medical scan.
This is definitely not a real Klingon, Jim.
Gindorian ferns are regarded as an intergalactic weed, Captain. Gindorian ferns...
Right, okay, I think... I don't know. Could be everything. Oh. Get some berries.
You have retrieved a sample. You fail to obtain...
Right, so we'll go back now and use the berries, because maybe things will happen. probably go here.
He is too busy.
Maybe it's this one.
Ah, I see you found the berries. Meet me in my lab. Ah, I see.
Yeah, I know. I don't
You get no
I
response.
don't want to talk to the door. I want to leave. I want to leave. Let me out.
Welcome to my study. Feel free to look around. My medical and scientific equipment is surely not so sophisticated as you're accustomed to, but if there's anything you wish to use, please feel free. Also, I would be interested in anything you might have to show me.
Okay. So I think we use berries. This.
The machine synthesizes a quantity of hypoditoxin.
We've got to get this to Brother Chubb as quickly as possible, Jim.
Okay, since the game is complete horrible, and we'll let you die at any moment. Let's do this because it could be one of those games where if you don't go there immediately, he dies. And you go, you were a horrible person. Could be a game where they don't do time. You can take as long as you like. Yeah, have some magic berry juice.
Thank you. You're most kind.
Talk to him now.
I headed up the party that sought to rescue Brother Kandri. Without warning, the demons appeared and attacked us as we approached the mine.
Can you tell us what they look like?
Like the demons that have plagued devout folk since before our people left the earth. Huge, muscular demons with ruddy skin, truly the manifestation of evil, with bat wings, horns and talons and a pointed tail. God preserve us all. One tore open my arm and I surely would have perished, but for my companions who bore me back down the mountain.
The demons didn't follow you?
No.
I am Brother Griznash. I went up the mountainside in solitary prayer, seeking to face my fears. Indeed, I found them. A bellowing Krognik demon with sharp teeth and a long snout descended upon me in a rush of wind.
Captain, a Krognik demon has a decidedly wolfish appearance. Brother Griznash, is this not the traditional shape of the Evil One and his minions among Tellarites?
It is.
I believe this may be significant, Captain.
Brother Kandri is my partner. I was on the communications link when the demons caused the rockfall and silenced him. He said he'd found a strange door with devilish writing. Truly, he came upon the gate of hell itself.
I am Brother Stephen, an Ignatiate following the holy teachings with mind and soul alike. I believe the anomalous mineral readings in combination with evidence of ancient disturbances in this otherwise highly stable geologic location indicates previous habitation of the region eons ago.
Why, Spock, you two should get along fine. He sounds just like you.
I would be equally honored to discuss medicine with you, Doctor, as science with your Vulcan associate. Let me continue. I believe our God made humans, aliens, and demons all. If I could get a real demon into my study, I would bless our God for the opportunity, as I thank him for everything in this life.
You tread close to unholy knowledge, Brother Stephen.
I appreciate your prayers, Brother Roberts. Captain, if you and your people go up the mountain, I hope afterward you will visit me in my study, which is next door. I'm too old to make the trek myself, but I'm eager for knowledge. In return, I will offer you what insights our God grants these old eyes. I am Brother Steve.
Why, Spock, you
I would be equal.
You tread
He's just a duplicate. You have to talk to him in the other room. He just must run back and forth between the rooms at a huge rate to make sure nobody gets bored. There he is. So I think he's going to be interested in this hand.
What a fascinating piece of equipment. Highly advanced technology. You see here, it seems to have been damaged, however. Take it to my workbench and let's see if it can be repaired. I fear my hands are too shaky to perform such fine work, but perhaps one of you can do it.
What could possibly go wrong by working on his hand?
Mr. Spock, see what you can...
This machinery is delicate, but I have managed to repair the circuitry.
It's all scan it.
This hand was taken from the...
I mean, we give the hand.
See how the fingertips have micro-sized sensors? I wonder what use they may have.
Nothing happens. Nothing happens.
Under the old computer. Right. Let's head back up the hill. Save.
Save new game. Replace previous.
Anyone has any suggestions other than... It's just the body there.
Captain, the stun setting.
Okay, point taken. Spock.
Assume firing position.
There is no apparent effect.
Captain, this course of action is in...
Well, I don't know that. You're all being saying don't do that. Go medical the guy.
I think Dr. McCoy would be better suited to...
Oh, I don't know what tricorder.
This man is badly hurt and suffering from shock and exposure as well.
Medikit.
It was a near thing, but he'll live.
Amazing medicine. Oh, we're now going to interrogate him as well.
You get no response.
Can we pick him up?
Damn it, Jim. I'm a doctor, not a bellhop. This man's... Jim, the next time you need medical help on a snowball...
Bones.
I'll probably end up coming along.
Medical tricorder him again?
I think Dr. McCoy would be...
This man is badly hurt.
We've done that.
I've done all I can.
I feel bad leaving him here, though.
A large metallic door is set in the structure. This looks like some of the hand security panels on the Enterprise.
That's a clue.
The hand circuitry triggers a...
I think we should... I expect we should probably tell people.
Nothing happens.
Take the... Loading?
It appears to be an abstract piece of alien art.
Fascinating, Captain. It is a diagram of a lunar eclipse of this planet. See how the red sphere, the moon, is casting a shadow on the blue sphere, Pollux 5. This must be a very old piece of work, because this planet's moon was destroyed thousands of years ago. The machinery is waiting for the gravitational pull of another eclipse to activate it. An eclipse that will never come. And one other thing, Captain. This may also be a diagram showing the proper settings on that control panel.
Okay. So the control... Is that...
It looks like a This appears to control...
It feels like there should be more room down here. Can't see anything. Oh well. Okay, I have no idea what to do here. Unless, what's that? That's an 8th? 6th?
Nothing happens.
Let's head.
There is nothing at the moment.
Nothing happens.
We obviously need something.
Nothing happens. This appears to control some.
Didn't scan it, did I?
This alien construction takes readings of mental activity. It also activates manufacturing equipment related to security and includes a short-distance transportation device.
That's quite a lot of detail there, Spock.
This appears to control.
Talk to him as well.
Logically, the machinery is sustaining some type of life in suspended animation. If we can reactivate the machines, then we may be able to meet its creators.
So just we go back and see if anyone can some nice little chat. Hopefully the guy's not dead. Embarrassing. It's strange how some of these pictures aren't even full size. There was a computer in here modelling solar eclipses, so that might be what we need.
I never dreamed that...
Mr. Spock, see what you can dig up from...
Captain, this appears to be a model of the Earth. Notice how it models the proper situation for a total eclipse.
So that is what we need, so how do we use it?
An old-fashioned computer. It appears to have some type of simulation running.
So I want that simulation.
This hand was taken.
It doesn't make sense to put on my hand, but I don't have it.
Nothing happens.
A vintage 80...
That's not going to work. But that's the data we need, because we need to know about solar eclipses.
A glass-fronted display of mineral specimens, including a meteorite.
Ah, an encrusted twisted metal.
I never dreamed...
Jim, that would destroy the glass. Jim, that would destroy the glass case.
Kind of a point. Does seem a bit harsh.
I read a collection of small...
You are interested in my little museum of curiosities?
Oh, that's frustrating.
Looks like a pile of junk of you. Yes, tell us about these. Where did you find all? Looks like a pile of junk. Yes, tell us about these things.
I enjoy talking about these treasures. Shall I go into mineral specimens? Meteorite, mineral specimens, or would you rather mineral meteorite, fossil skull? Twist of this chunk of rock is a greatly weathered example of a vanadium tungsten alloy, which doesn't occur naturally. It is my best evidence that the area was previously inhabited. Shall I go into mineral specimen, meteor, fossil skull, twist, or would you rather move on? Very well. I can't imagine why, but if you have a further interest in any of this, take what you like. But please remember to return my treasures when you're done with them.
I can pick them up now. I still think I should be doing something with this.
You fail to obtain anything. You fail to obtain... You get no response.
Talk to the computer. If anyone's found the guy we saved.
I am Brother Griznash.
Captain, a Krognik demon.
It is.
Yes,
I believe this may...
I headed up the party that sought to...
Can you tell us what...
Like the demon...
The demons didn't...
No.
Let's try and take that rusty bit of metal. Right, we should be able to do something with that Eclipse computer. Definitely feel like it. It's hard. Okay, I'm going to do two things. I didn't tricord the lower panel.
This control panel is a manual override for the alien life support equipment.
Oh, that's not what target.
Save new game. Replace previous game. You fit the key into the slot, but you cannot... Nothing happens.
Okay, so that is a key.
You fail to obtain any...
He said it was a... Right, oh, I didn't try doing half. Half yellow. Half red. And... Still... So what's that? Yeah, it's a 1-6, isn't it? Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 5, 6, and that's lit up 5, 6, isn't it? So that's... Do we agree? So that's half, 5, 6.
Nothing happens.
There is nothing at the moment for me to...
I mean, I would first time I tried.
You fail to obtain...
The other option would be a half and 5, 6.
Nothing happens.
Fascinating, Captain. It is a diagram of a lunar eclipse of this planet. See how the red sphere, the moon, is casting a shadow on the blue sphere, Pollux 5. This must be a very old piece of work. The machinery is waiting for the gravitational pull of another eclipse to activate it. An eclipse that will never come. And one other thing, Captain. This may also be a diagram showing the proper setting.
I wonder if I can...
Nothing to report, Captain.
No, so I was wondering if I could use a track to me or something, but don't think that's a thing in this game. Ah, it's really annoying because it's close enough. This just doesn't work.
You fit the key into the slot, but you cannot...
Okay, if you can answer for the sliders, there's two things I'm thinking. Do I need to clean up this key with chemicals or something in the lab because it's rusted so it won't turn? Or do I need to do different controls on the slider? So a hint in either of those things would be good.
Nothing happens.
So if I'm just getting the slider image wrong, that's fine. If I need to go and do something else. Okay. So. Okay. So the slider controls, I'm getting this wrong. I mean, the obvious one. So we tried full yellow. Oh, yellow's completely dark, isn't it? Because it's in a... It is. None of it's lit, is it? Can I actually turn it all off? So, I mean, there's a computer modeling eclipses in the computer in the other building, so I don't know if we need to go and if there's something I can do with that computer to explain what I need to program in. That's what my original idea was. We have a system modeling eclipses and I can't interact with it.
Nothing happens.
There is nothing at the moment for me to do.
I didn't have a discussion option with the guy about eclipses.
There is nothing at the moment for There is nothing at the moment for There is nothing at the moment for me to
Is there anything you do with that computer? Scrolling back, aren't you, through the walkthrough? So I should go back to that computer and work out how to interact with it. Yeah, but I can't get that computer to let me look at the screen. Yeah, well, I'm going to have another look at that computer.
An old-fashioned computer.
It's running a simulation.
Mr. Spock, see what you can dig up from...
Dig up.
Captain, this appears to be a model of the Earth. Notice how it models the proper situation for a total eclipse.
Oh, okay, it's modeling Earth. This isn't the Earth. Yeah, if you get rid of that wonderful thing.
There is nothing at the moment for me to...
I mean, one of the options would be to put every single combination in the computer, but that's a really dull way of doing it. So what is the answer? The thing is, I did this before walkthroughs existed, I'm sure. Ah, so it says once you've recovered the guy, you should talk to him. Okay. All three in the middle, that's not obvious at all, is it?
The brain case of a on the other side of the tree.
Let's see what all three in the middle do though, because I think that you can go down. Yeah, I mean, I think we're on the same walkthrough because you absolutely no information on where they get that from. So the lights don't correspond to the positions. You have 3 walkthroughs over there, okay. I hope I helped this guy. In fact, he vanished, it's a little bit worrying.
It looks like a control. You failed to obtain.
Let's pick up, isn't it? Ah. Not the worst interface, but takes a little. I mean, the thing which is now confusing is middle. I mean, if middle is middle, what I think you're doing is you're powering down the life support. Yeah. Which is what he said, one of the options.
Welcome to our home. Thank you for repairing our Somnambutron.
Stop. You're trespassing on Federation territory.
That seems a ridiculous answer.
I welcome you on behalf of the United Federation. We did fix your machine. Can we write the repair bill off against rent on this land? Stop. I welcome you on behalf of the United Federation of Planets. Who are you? Where you come from?
We call ourselves Nowians. Thousands of years ago, we saw that meteor impacts were going to cause an ice age. We created this huge underground shelter to preserve our race, keeping us in suspended animation until the planet had recovered. We programmed the machinery to revive us at the next eclipse, but we did not count on the destruction of our moon.
Caught up quickly on what's happening.
Some advanced civilization. Perhaps you can tell us about the demons. Some advanced civilization. Perhaps you can tell us about the demons.
The demons, as you call them, are created by a machine designed to keep intruders away from our sleep chambers. It pulls from the minds of any approaching creature their most feared enemy and produces replicas to scare them away. For you and your crew, it was Klingons. For the Tellarites, a wolf demon. And for the other humans, a demon from their religion. On behalf of my people, thank you for waking us. I will turn off the machinery which creates our guardians, so that they no longer bedevil those with whom we now share our home.
You're quite chill.
Oh, whoa! Alas! The key is missing. I can do nothing. Even we will suffer the attacks of our own guardians unless the key can be found.
I mean, he's clearly smart.
I implore you, if you can help, please do so.
Smart dude. Well, we got the key.
Jim, think about that skull we picked up from Brother Stephen. Now look at...
I mean, we can give them the skull, but that seems a little bit sick.
A child? No, I see many differences. This must be what our people who did not slumber have become. Still, I would like to see these remains properly interred, according to the precepts of our religion. May I keep this?
Of course. I think you will get along well with the Pollux inhabitants, and I'm sure you will have interest. I think I should return it. No, I want to keep it as a memento. Of course. I think you will get along well with the Pollux inhabitants, and I'm sure you will have interesting theological discussions.
Just like the worst. Why bring up theological discussions? Very religious baseball. Oh, okay. That's not actually animating to give it to him. It's just standing there holding the skull.
You found the key. I can now turn off the machinery creating our guardians, and no more sentience shall be at risk. Surely the Holy One smiles upon us all. I have no way to thank you, Captain, but please carry this request from my people to yours. We have much ancient knowledge we can share, and we would like to join your federation. Go in peace.
I will be glad to accept your application to the Federation. We shall have a diplomatic envoy sent to make the final arrangements.
We look forward to meeting them. We also look forward to having discourse with the colonists. Farewell. May the Holy One bless you.
Live long and prosper.
Kirk to Enterprise. Beam us up, Mr. Scott.
So basically, we got that apart from one question, which was turn the life support off of the aliens, which was what I didn't want to do because I thought that would kill them.
Message from Starfleet.
On screen, Lieutenant.
We have read your report on the problems at Pollux 5 and evaluate your performance at 100%. You and your crew received 4 commendation points. A perfect mission, Jim. You are a model for all Starfleet.
I might have known there weren't any demons.
We all have demons of our own, Bones. The ones we can't confront are often the hardest to deal with.
These demons were based on fear, Captain, a human failing.
I don't know, Spock. Everything that I've ever read about demons describes them as having pointy ears.
McCoy is a real... like, his script is painful.
Hijack.
Message from Starfleet, Captain.
On screen, Lieutenant.
The USS Enterprise is to report immediately to Beta Myamed. The USS Masada has failed to report as scheduled. Determine nature of delay and take whatever measures are necessary.
Set course for Beta Myamed, sir.
Right, so because I'm useless at using the map, we now save.
Save new game.
I bring my big copy of the map, Beta Myamed, right. So, navigate. Where is this thing? 15. That one there. I wanted to overlay it, like, so you actually had the things overlapping, but it looked terrible because of the way chroma keys work. Yeah, I think that's it. What could go wrong?
There is an unidentified ship closing rapidly, weapons armed and shields up.
Raising shields.
Arming weapons.
Message coming in, sir.
On screen, Lieutenant.
So this doesn't
Leave the Beta Myamed system immediately. You're interfering in Elasi affairs.
We are conducting a search and rescue mission for the USS Masada. It was last reported in this system. We cannot leave until we can confirm its location and condition.
So be it. You have been warned. Prepare to die.
Right. Apologies if this takes an incredibly long time. Or do I slow down to turn quicker, or do I just... You can see my speed in the middle of the top bar.
The enemy ship's initial intercept course was from the last known position of the Masada. I suggest we orbit the planet for a closer sensor scan.
Right, so I am now going to save.
Save new game. Replace...
So, if you didn't realise, one reason I do this is because if you notice it doesn't actually zoom in the screen, it just removes, it lets you see more. Bizarre. An odd way the game works. Right, so we now need to go to orbit. Oh, look at that beautiful ship.
There she is, Captain. She does not appear to be seriously damaged. Her shields are up and 27 life forms are aboard. Captain, we could use the command prefix code to lower the Masada's shields briefly, long enough for one transporter burst.
Hailing the ship, Captain.
Greetings, Federation Imperialists. I am Elasi Sereth, and I have claimed this ship as a blow for freedom against Federation tyranny.
I'll be a lassie in any.
This is Captain James T. Kirk of the USS Enterprise. You are illegally in possession of Starfleet property. This is Captain James T. Kirk of the USS Enterprise. Listen, lassie. Hand over the ship and hostages now, or things are going to get very nasty.
That's very chilled the way he said that. Things are going to get very nasty.
This is Captain James T. Kirk of the USS Enterprise. Mr. Elasi, it appears that you have found something the Starfleet lost. This is Captain James T.
Good, Captain. You have a sense of humor. That will make this much easier. Ah, the infamous Captain Kirk. The Masada is mine. You will release 25 political prisoners I specify, or I will destroy the ship and its crew. The list of those wrongfully imprisoned should be coming over to you now.
Data file captured, Captain. Computer indicates they were all convicted of piracy with various counts of murder and mayhem thrown in.
Freeing the prisoners you requested will take time. We have to track down their current locations, and Starfleet will have to grant permission to move them here. I will get that started. You should tender a show of good faith on your part. Will you beam over so we can discuss negotiations face to face? We can work together on this, Elasi. How about beaming some of the hostages over as a show of good faith?
No, there are hostages.
Freeing the prisoners you requested will take time. We have to track down their current locations, and Starfleet will have to... We can work together on...
What? Lower my shield so you can beam over a war party? I'm not stupid, Captain. We'll play by my rules.
So long as the shields are up, Captain, our hands are tied.
The Enterprise can overpower the Masada and take her, but the pirates would have all the time they need to kill every one of the hostages.
Will you send over data on the whereabouts and conditions of my falsely accused clansmen languishing in your dungeons, Captain?
Very well, we'll do it your way. I will put together... Your fellow Elasi have been tried in Federation courts of law and found guilty of their crimes. We'll listen to your complaints if you discuss them reasonably. Forget it, Elasi Sereth. You'll be the next one languishing on a Federation penal planet. Very well, we'll do it your way. Your fellow Elasi have been tried in Federation courts of law and found guilty of their crimes. We'll listen to your complaints if you discuss them reasonably.
These hostages are being tried by the Elasi justice system. You have the final say, Captain, whether they receive the death penalty or not. Elasi Sereth out.
Right, so what I need to do... What's the ship called?
Captain, we could use the command...
Captain's log.
Oh no, he's got the computer.
Masada, USS. A Federation tug tender. Registry NCC 29.
So that override code is a lot longer than the one they use in
Currently
Wrath of Khan,
under
which is 4
the command
digits.
of
And
Captain
I now have
Kevin
to type it in.
Keeler. Crew complement of 17. Primary mission, tow.
Prefix code. Right. Photographs for the win. 2933911 1977 36-3829 293391197736. Good thing how the future works where you have to type things in by hand.
Sending prefix and lowering the Masada.
Captain, the shields are up.
Our shields are up.
Lowering shields, Captain.
Should we hail?
Hailing the ship.
Do you have the data pack?
Not yet. They're still working.
Captain, there is now...
Oh no, there's one less person on the ship.
Spock, come with me.
We just got someone killed. That's not good. That was bad. Whoops. That's going to be points down. Don't do that. You repeat this, don't do that. I have no memory of this. Oh, magical recovery again.
Thank you, Doctor. Be careful, Captain. The Alassi like to set booby traps. If you need any equipment, I've got my tools in this workspace.
Awesome. Workspace done.
A small bomb appears to have damaged the transporter controls.
Small bomb? I would have thought a phaser would have worked well. Does this guy talk?
I suppose I should be grateful to see anyone after that. I thought I was dead.
Well, with any luck, you won't have to worry about that for quite some time.
Provided the Alassi don't have anything to say about it.
That looks like the thing you should be able to pick up, that cable, but no.
You fail to obtain...
Use... That's a toolkit?
Captain, I need to find a bit that will fit into the transmogrifier before I can go further with this.
Fair enough. Whatever a transmogrifier is.
A tangle of mangled equipment reduced to junk. There are the remains of 5 phasers without power packs, a drained phaser welder, and scraps of wire and uncertain bits of metal junk.
Oh, we all want certain bits of metal junk. Oh, I picked them up.
You fail to obtain...
Clearly I just got lucky on that. What did I pick up? Some wire.
Twisted debris has been scattered.
Can't say I like the...
I don't think we can bring down that force field, Captain. If we could, though, it might be less risky than trying to transport onto the bridge.
So that's probably the kind of thing where there's more than one option.
Hey, what are you doing here?
You fail to obtain... You fail to obtain... You fail to obtain... This appears to be the button that turns the brig force field.
So I think turning the brig force field off is a very dangerous
Save new
option.
game.
Yes, because I don't want to save over with that dead person because I feel bad. Actually save?
Save new game. Replace previous...
Cool, okay. Use that button.
You set off some type of booby trap.
That is what I was worried about. Let's not do that. Yeah, it definitely was a trap.
A bomb located just inside the force field.
Nothing to report, Captain. Nothing to report.
The pirates won't wait for a while, but they're going to be quite unhappy when they do. I recommend that...
We talk to the prisoners?
The crew is tired and has elevated signs from extreme stress. But
any other doors down here?
Some kind of force field. According to the deck plans of this class of... You fail to obtain...
Okay, it doesn't do anything. Is it?
This view screen communication...
Ooh.
Hey, what are you doing here?
So I'm gonna have to every time I walk in.
Nothing happens.
I kind of wonder whether this can integrate with this or something. Doesn't seem to let me. It's gonna be annoying if they keep getting up there.
There is nothing at the moment for me to do there.
Go to another room then.
Captain, I need to find a bit.
Nothing happens.
Well, nothing happens, I don't want to talk to you.
Spock quietly analyzes the damaged areas.
I suppose I should be grateful.
Well, with any luck.
Provided the...
These doors have been scarred.
So I know how to get everyone killed. I feel like there should be more rooms.
A force field of unusual configurations has been erected in front of the doorway, which leads into the bridge. I don't think it would be healthy to approach too...
This is not going to work, is it?
That action would be...
There's nothing in this room, nothing... I have no idea what I'm meant to be doing.
Hey, what are you doing here?
Is there any way we can tie them up? Okay, I'm going to do something else stupid. I'm running out of ideas.
Captain, if we could manage to overload the force field, it would probably detonate the bomb before we could rescue the crewmen.
Nothing happens. Nothing happens. Nothing happens.
Nothing to report.
If there's something I'm missing,
A bomb located just in... This appears to be the button that turns...
There's something we can do in this room still.
The Runsonate Transmogrifier. This device was invented by an engineer with a... Nothing happens. Nothing happens.
I don't know what this transmogrifier is. Have I missed an item? So that's for door. I guess.
This door leads back. This guard is stuck.
I kind of feel like maybe I can pick something up off the guards.
You fail to obtain any...
Can't. What is this? What have I got?
Some scraps of metal. Some scraps of wire. A phaser welder. The Runsonate transmogrifier. This device was invented by an engineer with a sense of humor about names. With the proper...
So I need some attachments for it. Yeah, I just realized I have these. That's not really very helpful.
Nothing happens.
I feel like there's a way to rewire
You are in
this.
the brig of the Masada. 9 of the crew members are held in a cell. This appears to be the button that...
You would have thought. Oh, maybe can I look at the wires separately?
These wires look like a modification of... Nothing happens.
At least I found something new.
Captain, the switch has been booby-trapped to detonate a bomb.
Okay.
Nothing happens.
I thought I can now click on them.
I see that the Alassi live up to their reputation.
I would have thought.
Nothing happens. Nothing
I think
happens.
That's the repairing the transporter. Okay, this is fucking horribly wrong. Can I just shoot the wires? No. Is it something I need to pick up, or is it something with the items I've got, and I just need to use them in the right combination on the right spot?
You are in the brig of the...
Seems like an odd choice, but...
I don't think it would be a good idea to wait.
I'm just a security...
Also... I would have thought I need to rewire that wiring.
The pirates won't wait for a while, but the crew is tired.
What haven't I tried on what? Oh, this phaser wire is not going to do anything. Feels like this should go.
Nothing happens. Nothing happens. These wires look like a modification.
Captain, the switch has been booby-trapped to detonate a bomb, presumably inside the brig somewhere.
This appears to be the...
Now I know the controls are going to set a bomb off. You would have thought I could do something smarter with them, but I don't seem to have any obvious thing to do.
Nothing happens.
Yeah, if you can give me a hint, Chris, it would really help. Just even if I'm like, if it's something I've completely missed, or whether it's something I need to use the items I got on a thing I've already got.
Nothing happens. Nothing happens. Nothing happens.
Is it an item I've already got that I need to use with another item, or is it a different issue? I think you need to use something you brought with you. And is that on the wires or on...
Nothing happens.
I strongly recommend that we keep...
I've tried using the phasers, tried using those two things. Tried using the med kit. I don't see what I've... It's what I got to use it on. It's either the wires or the thing. Checked on the crew. A few times.
The crew is tired and have...
Nothing to report, Captain.
Tried talking to him.
The crew is tired and has elevated signs from...
I tried checking on the crew, that's what happens.
Nothing happens. Nothing happens. Nothing happens.
Somehow I've got to rewire this so it doesn't blow up the crew. Maybe I've forgotten something. So the force field's down. Good use.
Nothing happens.
I don't seem to be able to combine things in my inventory either.
You failed to obtain...
Ah, pick up? Pick up the wires. No, that was
You've
bad.
set off some type of booby trap.
But that did something at least. So don't pick up the wires.
Nothing happened.
I mean, it's people watching this, you know.
Nothing
It's done the same
happens.
thing 20 times. So what I've done is I've walked in this room and shot a laser at it, and the first guy I may gave a health pack to and got a Ujima flip from him. That's all I've done. Done nothing else. We got stalled right at the beginning. Which is why I think I missed something. But when you said it was in his room, I thought I'd stick around looking in his room. Use Spock and what? Okay. Well, so this is the question. So that I think is Spock, and then I say on wires.
Captain, the switch has been booby-trapped to detonate a bomb, presumably inside the brig somewhere.
So I don't think you can literally use Spock.
You failed to obtain anything.
But we know it's booby-trapped. Oh, but can I now do something?
Nothing happens. Nothing happens. Nothing happens.
A medium-strength phaser bomb. The brig force field would contain the explosion, but it would kill the crew members within the cell. I recommend that we find a way of disarming it, Captain.
Maybe it's blocking me from doing it because unless I do it in the right order.
Nothing happens.
Not convincing me.
Nothing happens.
This is for rewiring stuff.
Nothing happens.
I've used Spock on wires, I've used Spock on bombs. Use science tricorder on wires.
Captain, the switch has been booby-trapped to
Use that on there.
The crew is tired and has elevated.
Well, don't. So I could just try using this again. Now we know there's a bomb and see if they don't set it off. Nope, no, that
You've
definitely.
set off some type of...
Captain, the switch has been booby-trapped.
Okay. So
Nothing to report,
use the
Captain.
tricorder on the wires below. So we do it on the panel. Just
Captain, the switch has...
Do it on the wires.
Captain, the switch has been booby...
Do it on the crew.
Nothing to report.
We use a medical tricorder on the people.
The crew is tired and has elevated signs from extreme stress, but they will survive.
Wait for the crewman to finish speaking. Lock on the wires below. I don't know. Maybe I just don't know how to use Spock.
Captain, the switch has...
These wires look like a modification.
Right, so yeah, I think... So Spock should be able to rewire below the panel. But we're not getting that to work, which means we're missing something.
Captain, the switch has been booby-trapped to detonate a bomb, presumably inside the brig somewhere.
This is weird. I'm going to read an FAQ. Is the like simplest? It's possible. Okay. Hail there, talk to Spock, use the code. Beam, use McCoy on crewman, exit east, get junk indoors. The one I've just found. Yeah, so transporter room. It's the use Spock on. Ah! I didn't know I could do that. I literally had to use Spock.
There. I believe the bomb.
Sorry. No, I don't think I was. Oh, Spock could do that as well. Sorry. Use Spock.
Thank you for freeing us, Captain. We'll secure the area so they don't come up behind you. We've had electrical problems with our door to our bridge, Captain. The Alassi don't know we put an electric shutdown device. You'd never find it by chance. But if you used a charged phaser welder 2 feet to the left of the door and 1 foot off the ground, you might be able to shut down the force field and get a jump on the Alassi. Thank you for freeing her. You'd better hurry up, or...
So what's that got us by disassembling everything that there was there? Even is that bomb?
A bomb with 3 wires. Primitive.
So he said something about phaser welder. You're paying more attention. I don't have any way to get the phaser welder going. I'm going to save that there.
Save new game. Replace previous game.
Right, well, obviously we'll be using a bomb.
Nothing happens. Nothing happens.
If there's a shutdown device, you would never know. Oh, maybe I need to just go back and talk. Ah, someone tied them up finally.
You'd better hurry up, or... You'd better hurry up.
Okay, I thought you'd keep saying useful information. I'm just going to quickly look up what I didn't listen to. Okay, so I'm basically, it seems like one of the things I did try earlier.
Phaser welder is now charged.
The interface does allow you to do that.
The field is absorbing the energy. The field is absorbing...
You said somewhere to the left, was it?
Nothing happens. Nothing happens.
Serves me right for not paying attention. Yeah, I don't want to beam onto the bridge. On the left of the bridge door.
That did it.
Okay, we'll get more points if we also go and fix the transporter.
Nothing happens.
Let's not do that. Let's not just do something.
The field has already...
Go in. I suspect we're going to lose points for not doing the transporter, but a bit artificial to do it anyway. You will, but I don't like it because it says he said don't use it. Ooh, I apparently should react. Ooh, I got the wrong order. Let's just load. We killed a red shirt. I feel bad. Okay, use.
Phaser welder.
field is absorbing the... The field is absorbing the... That did it. The field...
Okay, I'm going to save there, and because
Save new game.
I mean, do anyone, but we'll do it anyway. Let's go and let's see if we can fix that transporter, because that would be cool. Okay, so we now have all the bits. We need the bit that goes in the top of the transmogrifier. Wire? I'm not sure a bomb should go in the transmogrifier. Do I have all the parts to fix the transporter? I'm not sure I do.
Nothing happens. Nothing happens.
Here's another reason why I shouldn't do this.
Nothing happens.
So I'm sure I need to combine some of this. Yeah. So I need to use...
Nothing happens. Nothing happens.
It's just a weird mechanic, isn't it?
The controls have been virtually...
Can they be repaired, Spock?
With Chief Engineer Scott's assistance, I believe...
Spock, we don't have 2 days. If we can repair the
I can attempt to jury-rig repairs if I can find parts. However,
I've always been a gambler, Spock. Figure out what you'll need.
Okay.
Nothing happens. Nothing happens.
I mean, if this is a puzzle, it's a terrible puzzle on using the right bits with the right person.
Nothing happens.
Use a Spock with cables.
Nothing happens.
Is this guy an engineer? Yeah, I've got the transmog. Got that really early on.
Captain, I need to find a bit that will fit into the transmogrifier before I can go further with this.
Bit I need to fit into it.
Nothing happens.
So he needs a bit for me to use it. That's the problem. So it's a bit I'm missing. Did I get everything I needed from the room? I found out what you need to do. There's no way I would have got this.
I think that does it. A comb bit for the transmogrifier.
You have to use a phaser welder on the metal bits and it makes the bit you need.
Nothing happens.
The parts fit together.
That really is a case of just rubbing everything together
these
if it
here.
works.
Now, all I need is a spare length of wiring. The controls are set for just inside the bridge door, Captain.
Mr. Spock, you're a...
I wouldn't go that far, Jim. But I do have to congratulate you, Mr. Spock. Now we can really risk shooting our admiral.
Analysis, Lieutenant Christensen.
Security analysis, sir. If we transport onto the bridge, we'll have the drop on them, assuming Mr. Spock has the transporter working properly. If we could get past the force field on the door of the bridge, we should be able to surprise them for sure.
Yeah, I mean...
Since we have a bomb, Captain, we could rearm it, transport it onto the bridge, and perhaps the Alasi will flee into the hallway. Then we could capture them.
And any hostages on the bridge will be killed when the bomb goes off. No, Jim, that's inhuman.
To say nothing of the possible damage to the bridge controls.
I love that you, like it says, here's the options. Here's the obvious reason why you do not want to do it.
Save new game. Replay, delete previous. Cancel. Replace previous.
I think we need onto the bridge and go for it. The question is, are we going to lose a red shirt again?
I'm going to have a word for you, Spock, if we appear inside.
Yeah, so if you want to get 100%, you have to do every single possible puzzle, even if... So last time was shoot shot first.
Scotty, beam down a security team to the bridge.
There must be a way of doing this without getting that red shirt killed.
I'm going to have a...
Or maybe not, but I'm going to go for the captain first this time. Ooh, I got myself killed. That was an unexpected.
Load a previously saved game.
Get speed?
I'm going to have a...
I mean, red shirt would just take. I've already killed someone by mistake in this game, but there's no one on the bridge though to actually.
Scotty, beam down a security team to the bridge. We have regained control.
And there's no hostages on the bridge.
Mr. Scott, beam us out of here.
Aye, Captain.
Ah, I think I know what I've done wrong.
Message from Starfleet, Captain.
On screen, Lieutenant.
We have read your report on the problem. A satisfactory performance.
Trying to hold it since it was a rhetorical.
That took quite a bit of...
Undoubtedly, Captain.
So do I.
I don't want to do this.
Love's labor jeopardized.
Priority message from Starfleet.
On screen.
A raid across the...
Last attempt. Shooting people is not working. We will talk.
I'm going to have a word.
Yeah, 65%, not a good result, is it? But hopefully we're not that bad. But losing 2 people probably should have.
It's over, Seraph. Surrender, freeze. Don't even think. Check and mate, Elasi. It's over, Seraph. Surrender and I'll guarantee the lives of you. Freeze. Don't even think about it.
Foolhardy words, Kirk. You have under...
Warning. Orbital.
Okay, that was not the right choice. Let's not go into so hardcore then. Let's go for a nice, chilled... We're a friend.
I'm going to have a word.
When you said there's an option I haven't tried, was that the talking or was that the who I phased? I think I phased everyone in the end, didn't I? Always lost in the first round. Yeah, I hadn't clicked on it.
It's over, Seraph. Surrender.
You are an honorable and worthy opponent, Kirk. I accept your offer.
Scotty, beam down a security team to the bridge. We have regained control. Mr. Scott, beam us out of here.
And on 65 was terrible. Absolutely terrible. But then again, we're doing this first. I don't even remember that one.
Message from Starfleet, Captain.
On screen, Lieutenant.
We have read your report on the problems at Beta Mayanid and evaluate your performance at 100%.
That's a big difference.
You and your crew received 4 commendation
I killed
points.
someone as well, I got
a
that.
perfect mission, Jim. You are a model for all Starfleet.
Trying to hold a Federation starship captive. Can you believe it?
Since we just witnessed that very event, Doctor, I'm surprised you asked.
It was a rhetorical question, Spock.
That took quite a bit of organization to seize a starship. Think we'll see more of the Alassi pirates?
Undoubtedly, Captain. I suspect they have considerable resources to draw on.
So do I. Sulu, take us out of
I mean,
here.
it was one of the prisoners, wasn't it? So maybe... I wonder if that was just like a bit of dialogue before going on and therefore wasn't on ship. But the difference...
Love's labor
the loss of points for killing a guy was huge. Which is fair.
Priority message from Starfleet.
On screen, Lieutenant.
A raid across the Romulan neutral zone has placed Starfleet Research Station ARC-7 in jeopardy. Proceed immediately to ARC-7 and determine the...
7. Okay. So first things first. Let's save on that massive, massive victory.
Save new game.
5. Right, and then we need to bring up the map. Can I just put my shields
Raising shields.
and weapons up before I walk?
Arming weapons.
Right. Arc 7. Number 3. No,
We have arrived at Arc 7. Romulan ship decloaking, Captain.
Message from the Romulan ship, sir.
Treachery. We are aware of Federation plans. Prepare to die.
Yeah.
They're arming
We'll see how
weapons,
this goes and if it takes too long. Weapons.
Disarming weapons. Arming weapons.
They just repair themselves, that's cheating. Oh, sorry. Get me out of the map. Oh, he's coming back, he's coming back, he's coming back, he's coming back. Yeah, I mean, this is not X-Wing versus TIE Fighter, that's for sure. Though I am excited by the new potential game there. Talking and concentration. Down to 6. Let's see if I get this onto him.
They activated a self-destruct device rather than be captured, Captain.
I thought
Resuming course to Arc 7, Captain.
I thought I did a good job there, but no, they self-destructed.
Captain, there is an auto beacon broadcasting from the station.
Warning. Warning. As per UFP Regulation 342-188564.3, Paragraph 3, this base is currently under a Class 3 biohazard alert. All personnel are ordered to stay away from this base unless they are part of a biohazard response team.
Sound bad? Does not sound good. Right, so standard things to do. Talk to this dude.
Captain, sensors indicate a breathable atmosphere in the space station. It seems that whatever Arc 7's intentions, it managed to create a biohazard that is deadly to Romulans. 17 humans and 10 Romulans are on the station. The humans are all in perfect health, so it seems we can beam over without any fear of contamination.
Do you not know you're like a Romulan?
Message from Arc 7, sir.
I am Centurion Ardea Preax of the Romulan Empire. We have discovered your genocide factory here and have summoned help to destroy it. Our lives will not be sacrificed in vain.
Sounds bad. Right. So I think I probably want to save again because everyone hates being shot at.
Save new game.
Why not? Where are we up to? 6. That's big enough. Right. Okay, so we talked to him, we hailed. Shields down.
More shields, Captain.
Disarming weapons.
Right. We beam. Oh, that's good cut.
Spock, come with me. Mr. Scott?
Spock is going to die from a horrible infection. That is what's going to happen. Again, no memory of this one. Kind of cool though. There's a computer, view screen, door, and another door. Okay.
This computer terminal is linked into the station's main computer. It is currently running an open file of log programs. A Romulan bird of prey hovers menacingly on the view screen.
Quite dramatic. So now we know we can use a tricorder and Spock as two separate ways of interacting with stuff. I probably should use Spock on that computer. I do.
Supplemental. Continued testing of the Ouroboros virus confirms its potential harmful effects on Romulan Vulcan humanoids. As soon as the spill has been cleaned up, we will sterilize both labs and purge the circulation system to make sure no traces of the virus will remain viable. Then all research files must be erased. We must leave no chance that this terrible accident will ever be repeated.
Doctor, you may be interested in the medical data file appended to the log.
Amazing.
Nothing unusual here, Captain.
Don't I use coin on it?
Now that's interesting. There's more here. All of Dr. Marcus' research data on the Ouroboros virus. Let me see. Virus growth patterns. Pneumococcal mimic affecting Romulan Vulcan genotype. Alveoli involvement in... Boy, Jim, this bug works fast.
Is this really the time to catch up on your reading, Doctor?
Now listen here, you pointy-eared...
We could listen to a
Gentlemen, I think we have more pressing problems.
Jim, there is an appended medical database online. Also, it would be useful for me to experiment on how the virus grows in the presence of different gases. I'm sure the station has the necessary equipment.
Right. So I suggest we go into this room because it's a room. That's my logic. We have gas. Hydrogen, oxygen. No, this room does feel familiar, actually.
You fail to obtain any...
I don't know why I confused the two. What are those grav sled things?
You take the anti-grav unit.
It's an anti-grav sled. Cool.
Nothing happens.
The can looks much too heavy to carry.
You attach the anti-grav unit. You attach the anti-grav...
I just put it in my pocket.
An Ardak 1000.
It would take us several hours to get this machine working, Captain. I do not believe we will need it. The synthesis chamber should be able to give us what we need. I fail to see the lot.
Okay, so I get the puzzle is...
Nothing happens.
to combine the gases, make something which is going to be a... Just see if that goes back to the bridge. Yeah, okay. Big circle.
The nozzle is empty. The chamber is empty.
Use oxygen.
That nozzle is for anti-agents only, Jim.
Okay.
This is a distillator used to isolate specific compounds from raw material. A device to accelerate neutrinos.
We have a giant laser beam.
This device is used for the rapid reproduction of virus cultures in the presence of suspected anti-agents. This is a large engineer.
So there were some Romulans, weren't there? Ah, giant spanner.
You pick up a large... The panel opens. You see a gas tank labeled
Nitrogen. This is like got super hardcore chemistry, and by super
The
hardcore
anti-grav unit hums and...
The unit cannot lift something fastened to the body of the station, Captain. The tank must be detached.
Super hardcore gas cylinder health and safety.
Nothing happens. The tank detaches easily.
I guess this made it easier to replace the tank every so often, eh, Captain?
God knows what we're going to do with nitrogen, oxygen, hydrogen.
The tank is now firmly attached to its feed lines.
I just don't know.
Nothing happens. Nothing happens. The tank detaches easily.
I guess this made it
Yeah, well, you can give me the dial again when I needed it.
You attach the anti-grav...
It sure beats hauling it around on our...
This is the engineering center for the ARC 7.
Some of the users. Well, actually, it's just Spock I'm going to highlight there.
This is the engineering center.
Okay, maybe there's, no, there's something...
Turbines of a Cochrane 500 class fusion drive, manufactured over a century ago on Alpha Centauri.
I didn't realize that they use these old fusion reactors anymore.
Actually, Doctor, as Mr. Scott would tell you, the Cochrane 500 is renowned for its reliability and perfectly suited for a station of this size.
Hey, this thing's real old, isn't it?
I'm glad we have a guy there to talk. He isn't dead yet. Maybe I can do anything else in here. So I reckon I can just synthesize random stuff. So let's try and make some nitrates, because... Well, let's make ammonia.
Nothing happens.
Nothing happens to me.
You install the gas tank. You install the gas tank.
Now, given that ammonia is toxic, let's save.
Save new, replace previous.
Because it would be bad to die from chemistry as someone with a chemistry PhD. That is just what you don't want to do. That's just not a good thing to do in public on a stream on Twitch.
Nothing happens.
Okay.
Nothing happens.
I fail to see...
What happens if I try using it?
Nothing happens.
That was Spock coughing, I guess. I didn't see who it was. It's quite annoying that the dialogue's also clear on the talking version, but that doesn't seem to work at the moment. So I reckon I need a card or to turn the fusion reactor we just found on. Don't seem to be able to go down that ladder. Have anything useful to put in this machine? No. I must be able to go down that ladder. Why did I put a ladder in there? It didn't do anything. Can we go through this door? And this separates stuff out.
The chamber is empty.
That feels like I'm missing an item. Ooh, that looks openable. Aha! But last... Thank you for shutting the door. That's what I meant by touching.
It gets a little colder, but nothing else happens. It gets a little colder.
No, I just want to open the door. I didn't want to use that yet. Right. Good. Right. Okay. Now let's pick up some random deadly petri dish. This is not good health and safety.
You take the Ouroboros.
Honestly, if Albert Wesker doesn't turn up, I'm not really surprised, actually, but I'm disappointed.
You take the Ouroboros virus.
Okay, so I reckon I need that and I need a gas canister because that's what the experiments were. But why is this not working? I call it, let's do that option.
Nothing to report.
This is a synthesizer used to combine and replicate chemicals and form new compounds. This particular model has twin gas feeds.
Great, 2 elements, that's all we can use. But nothing happens when I use it. Did I need to spanner them back on again? Like in real life?
Nothing happens. Nothing happens. Nothing happens.
Coy? Don't see why he would be any better on this.
Nothing happens.
I mean, nothing happens with, like, something clearly happens. Don't know what this does. It doesn't do anything, right? And this was the thing.
This is a distillator.
Virus and distillator, that makes no sense, but...
Careful, Jim. That's a distillator. Careful, Jim. That's... I certainly see nothing there. I don't have the proper medicine.
We shouldn't have brought him on board, should we? Yeah, shoot it. I mean, is it... Ooh, ooh. That was bad.
Load of previously saved game.
That was very bad. That was not good. Okay, that's why I couldn't go down the ladder, was I didn't use it. So this is going to kill Kurt, yes.
Watch out, sir. It looks like the Romulans have taken control of the lower decks.
Load of previously saved game.
That's amazing. Why is this not working? Okay, let's not try and make anything too fancy. Let's just try and make water.
The can looks
You attach the anti-grav. Nothing happens. You install the gas tank. Nothing happens.
There is nothing at the moment. There is nothing at the moment for me to do.
Whoever did the sound effect for that cough is a really good cough. That's a real cough.
Spock, check out the station's...
You know, I tried all the time. I've tried all. There's only a few combinations.
Please select subject file. Ouroboros virus. TL nitrous oxide. TL Ouroboros virus. Atypical growth patterns for L-type virus.
Not a T virus.
Opportunistic pneumococcal mimic affecting
Oh, don't worry.
Romulo-Vulcan genotype.
Food's good.
Etiology: contact or airborne vector with alveoli microcollapse. Involvement immediately
So yeah,
upon
we
exposure.
tried that. Basically,
Tissue
that machine isn't
dehydration
working. Going
follows
downstairs
normal
kills
flooding.
them. I can get some
Mortality
bugs, but I need to then put the
0.6 in 1.0 star dates.
virus, I'm sure,
1.
with some
Please
gas.
select
because that's
subject
what I tried to do.
Ouroboros T ammonia exit dihydrogen oxide.
Dihydrogen oxide, but it's not letting me make dihydrogen oxide.
Dihydrogen oxide, a colorless, tasteless, non-flammable compound, H2O. Water, liquid, solid, or gaseous at 1.
No.
Please select Ouroboros TLTDH gas. The chemical compound, tantalum, bilithium, phthalo, dihydroxide.
I wasn't expecting that.
Colorless, odorless, non-flammable, gaseous at 1 atm, and temperatures within a human
Which is
norm.
1 ATM, it's 1
Early
atmosphere.
anesthetic among Vulcans and Romulans, in whom it produces laughter,
So I think we need to make
feelings of
that to
exhilaration,
knock everyone out downstairs.
euphoria, sometimes leading to unconsciousness. In post-industrial pre-space flight era, a social. Please select subject Ouroboros T
Nitrous oxide
nitrous
would be-
oxide, a colorless non-flammable compound. Please select subject Ouroboros
So nitrous
virus.
oxide is bad for us.
Ouroboros virus.
Oh,
Please select sub Ouroboros T nitrous dihydrogen ammonia, a colorless pungent compound NH3. Please select Ouroboros virus. Ouroboros
let me out of
Please
this
select
computer.
sub Ouroboros TL or exit.
Right, so we now know all the gases
There is
are.
nothing at the moment from.
But one of them sounds nigh on impossible to make. But like,
Careful, Jim.
not a bad answer. I don't. Leave that open. Helps.
The chamber is empty.
So I need to get something out of this. Is this actually running this fusion reactor?
The fusion reactor is functioning at peak efficiency. There is no need. I fail to see the lot.
I must be missing something in one of these rooms. So I can gas I need to make to gas them. What am I doing wrong with this? Also, it's not a bad thing to start with. Nothing happens though.
This is a synthesizer used to.
So what's up with
Nothing
it?
happens.
I've done all this,
Nothing
haven't
to report, Captain.
There's nothing there required except for the Ouroboros.
I? Okay. I mean, I might have to FAQ this again in a moment, just because it's very fun to look at me watching lots of rooms. But,
Nothing to report.
I mean, this is weird. It's like the last one. What? No, I now know the mechanic. The mechanic's what caught me out last time. We try call it.
A Hawking neutrino accelerator. It is one of the finest in production.
I haven't got this thing near me to work either, but
Careful, Jim. That's
I mean, shoot something.
Jim, stop trying to shoot everything. You're making me nervous.
There you go, Tom. There you go. Shooting things was not the answer.
Don't you remember the Prime?
I do remember the Prime Directive. I'm not sure it applies to me shooting a Petri dish. Right. Ah. Can we open this?
You fail to obtain...
This definitely will work somehow.
Nothing happens.
Yeah, no, the Hippocratic Oath does stop you shooting everything. What was I watching where the answer was... Oh, it was Space Force, where they have a... In the Navy, all we do is we drop a bomb on it. It was a lovely sketch. And involved a monkey with a spanner. Or was it chimp? Well, still monkeys, technically. Right. But I'm stuck, so and since Chris seems to have stopped supplying me with answers, I'm going to have to resort to what I can do. Space Force, it's no, it's not good. It's not bad. I haven't watched The Office. I don't really have strong opinions on The Office or the US version of it. But I tried turning it on and off again. No, Chris. I've tried turning you on and off again, apparently. Space Force, I enjoyed it. It didn't seem very long, and it had a few good moments. And for that kind of comedy, I enjoyed it. And I don't usually watch that kind of thing. So yeah, no, I think given I'm stuck in my house and fairly bored, it was a good distraction. It was better than I'm doing at this game.
It's what I was afraid of, Jim. I think Spock is getting worse.
Yeah,
There's nothing at the moment from...
The first episode isn't brilliant, and it slowly gets a little better. The main thing is John Malkovich is a great example of, like, character. If you're going to do a scientist in a TV show, John Malkovich does it really, really well. So apparently there's a panel here I should have used a spanner on. Use the wrench on the lower panel in the far left. I mean, this is the kind of thing which I don't mind doing on a stream because, I mean, why would I go and start clicking on random panels?
The panel is open. You see vast quantities of dust and stripped insulation. You grab a handful.
I don't know what I need insulation for, but okay, I've got some.
There's nothing at the moment from...
Okay, well, I think I know what the next thing to do with the insulation is because I accidentally looked at it, and because it's exactly what I would have done, which is shove it in every single machine we've got here. Huh, I recognise that image.
You have distilled a quantity of polyberyl carbonate.
Which is what we need for the gas to get the people down below. That doesn't actually help me move on with the instrument. So apparently I was right and I'd done this. Which is really, I think, is an example of where LucasArts get it really well and they don't, because the mouse over where it tells you what you're clicking on is really useful. Apparently I didn't screw up the cylinders, which I
Gas feed is on.
Did click on.
Gas feed is. Gas feed is.
Fascinating, Captain. But it doesn't.
They're just having sarcasm from Spock for using the spanner on the console.
The machine synthesized
a clean drink of water, but I don't see its application.
Oh, Spock, it didn't get us killed, did it? That's not why it's good.
You fail to obtain any. You take a 1 liter container.
Voyage Home, Star Trek 4 the other day with the kids. We put it on in the back garden.
Gas feed is.
What I love about that is that's probably the first Star Trek I really remember watching as a kid. And what's so wonderful
You attach
about
the anti-grav
is that get this right. Is
nothing happens.
Basically, that means your introduction to Spock is the weirdest form of Spock.
You install the gas tank.
Right now, let's get this.
Gas feed is on.
Fascinating, Captain.
I'm going to say that any game that doesn't say the machine gives an error code of no gas feed is an idiotic machine.
The machine.
I hope you don't want me to swap the deck with that, Captain.
I think we can set this aside and not worry about it.
I don't think people generally use ammonia in this country for cleaning. I did buy a bottle once for a chemistry demo and then poured it over my hand live on stage.
You take a 1 liter.
It was fun. I had a risk assessment though. It went fine. Maybe. Right, so spanners again.
Gas feed is off.
Now we pick this up.
The can looks much... The can looks much too...
Oh, I mean, cause it's too heavy to carry. That's why I have an anti-grav plate. Solve problem.
You attach the anti-grav unit.
I mean, I only got one anti-grav, so I don't quite know why it works right. So, got ammonia, so I don't want that. It really does help them in the chemistry of these.
You install the gas tank. Gas feed is on.
So I need to work out how to get that gas downstairs.
The machine
Be careful with that canister, Captain. I think you would not care to...
Do you mean to say it's undignified, Spock?
It is, at the least, inappropriate for a starship crew on duty, Doctor.
So, I don't know how we
You take a 1 liter container.
make that gas flow to get the people downstairs. Done water, done ammonia, done nitrous. There's no other combination there. It's one with that one and that one. There are only really 3 combinations of 3. That feels wrong. Hydrogen with oxygen, water. Hydrogen, nitrogen, ammonia. Done. Nitrogen, oxygen. Yeah, I guess so. Actually, anyone able to do the probabilities? It's a standard mathematical formula to work out the number of combinations. There's enough degrees on this chat right now that we should be able to do it. Right. So what I'm going to do. Do I have a petri dish? Let's take one. Oh, I just shut the door. Haven't I?
You take the Ouroboros. You take the Ouroboros.
There is nothing at the moment for me to do there.
Okay, so I've got the...
You take the Ouroboros virus.
So, was...
Nothing happens.
It's a brown water. What? I didn't. Oh, did not say to go in there. So one of these I think will be the cure. I also need to knock out the guys downstairs. That goes in there. McCoy's the guy who wanted to do it, so let's use him.
This isn't the result I was hoping. This isn't the result I was...
Done. A loud hissing filled.
Did I just accidentally... Not what I meant. Which one was that? That was the ammonia, I think.
The machine sinks.
Be careful with that canister.
Do you mean...
It is, at the least.
Right, so you have a nitrous oxide. Need to make some more ammonia.
You take a 1. Gas feed is off.
Right, I think we're getting there though.
You attach the anti-grav.
So the ammonia is...
Nothing happens. You install the gas tank. Nothing happens.
Nothing happens because I didn't register. I mean, who makes it this way?
Gas feed is on.
So it's slightly embarrassing. The last time I did this, I was probably hadn't even got a GCSE.
The machine synthesizes.
I hope you don't want me...
I think we...
And now I have a 2 degrees in the subject, and I'm struggling with synthesizing these things.
You take a 1 liter container.
Which, if you ever want to prove that PhDs and degrees don't necessarily count for anything, there you go. So if I then do ammonia, because it can't be the water.
Eureka, this is it, Jim. There's not much, but all I need to do is synthesize some more, and we're in business.
We need the bat and hammer.
Except for the Ouroboros, I certainly see nothing.
So we know ammonia is now the cure, which is like the easiest cure to anything ever.
The machine synthesizes a liter of
that
ammonia.
guy is spamming the chat.
I hope you don't want me
He
to
doesn't
swap
actually
the
view
deck
it.
with that, Captain.
I think we can set...
I mean, dear game, the joke wasn't funny the first time. It's not funny the fifth time.
You take a 1 liter container of ammonia.
So the question is, do I just give it to Spock? Or was it this one? Is?
A loud hissing.
Nope.
The machine synthesizes a liter of ammonia.
I hope you don't want me...
I think we can set...
You take a 1 liter container.
I don't have the proper medicine.
We now know all we need to do is do more to cure him. I'm confused.
There is a single viral culture dish in here, and it contains a... You retrieve the Ouroboros. Nothing happens. Nothing happens.
Jim, we need to synthesize more to make a serum before we can use it.
Okay. How much more do we need to synthesize? Because I can click back and forth between these two windows for all day.
You take the Ouroboros.
Was there a large-scale machine anywhere?
You retrieve the Ouroboros.
Okay, just basically cure something. Do I want to do that here?
Careful, Jim.
No. But I just want to find out what other
Nothing
gas there
happens.
was.
This is a research lab.
So I have...
This container contains polyberyl carbonate produced from insulation.
The virus has spread to me, Captain. I suggest you concentrate your efforts on the problem.
We got a cure. Yeah. Well, is that the big thing here? Synthesizer.
An RDAC 1000. The last word in molecular replication, one of the most advanced...
It would take us several hours to get this machine working, Captain. I do not believe we will need...
This is the door to the...
In principle, Captain, this device is quite simple. When this chamber is empty and gas tanks are attached, it will combine the gases to make new compounds.
Next, he'll tell us the DNA...
Compared to many molecular models, it is...
I rest...
So there's a synthesizer. Okay, I can put the sample in there. That seems like a really bad idea. What? That makes no sense to me.
You take the hypo with Ouroboros toxin.
That's the most random solution I could have come up with.
There, you're now cured.
Thank you, Doctor.
Finally, a human...
Right, so
Nothing happens.
we need to also make this other compound, which is in a computer.
Spock, check out the station's computer and see what you can dig up.
Please select Ouroboros TLTDTLTDH gas. The chemical compound, tantalum, bilithium, phthalo, dihydroxide, colorless, odorless,
So the dihydroxide is
non-flammable,
water.
gaseous at 1 atm, and temperatures within a human norm. Early anesthetic among Vulcans and Romulans, in whom it produces laughter, feelings of exhilaration, euphoria, sometimes leading to unconsciousness. In post-industrial pre-space
Right,
flight
promptly
era,
cooked up
a
from
social
used
problem involved when
electrical
crew TL.
installation.
Please select Ouroboros. Please select Ouroboros. Exit. Date.
So that is what I'm going to do. Yeah, that synthesizer, I'm glad you pointed that out.
Gas feed
Did
is
you-
off.
But
The can looks much...
that just was a random thing to do. Let's just stick the Petri dish in the thing.
You attach the anti-grav. You install the gas tank. Gas feed is
Okay, so then we just stick this what looks like a lunchbox into this machine. And then we use this. And then we save.
the machine synthesizes 1 liter of
An unusual compound, Captain. It can induce laughter and feelings of exhilaration in some, much the way nitrous oxide affects humans.
It doesn't affect Vulcans, of course.
Actually, Doctor, both Romulan...
Why, that's just dandy. Vulcan laughing gas.
Please, Doctor, this is not a laughing matter.
Right.
You fail to obtain.
Don't know why I felt. Right, so.
You take a 1 liter.
Save.
Save new. Replace. Delete. Preview. Replace.
Beam 6. Right, now let's go and throw it at that hole, and hopefully. I mean, yeah, I mean, the fact you can remember that. So, in one level surprised me, but we were doing Indiana Jones the other night, and I mean, I think we were stuck at one point, and it otherwise, at least someone on the chat knew the answer if it wasn't me.
A loud hissing fill.
Thank you. Oh, it's going to be quicker to load, isn't it? Than to run around and do all the stupid stuff to be done. I'm sure I said use with the staircase. Might be there's a ventilation system we'll have to use.
A loud hissing.
No, that's exactly the problem. So have we found a ventilation system downstairs?
This is an access ladder.
So using that doesn't work. Yes.
I don't suppose you'd enjoy the psychological release of a few good belly laughs, Spock? We could...
I would strongly recommend against it.
You need something to pry.
Sorry, you're on the right track.
The vent is now open.
And why we couldn't throw down the staircase, I don't know.
With a hiss, the Romulan laughing gas billows down the vent. Things are.
Right. So let's save again.
Save new game.
Okay, Okay, let's just... And let's see if we can go downstairs now. I think we've done everything. Because, you know, we've got the cure.
These Romulans...
Jim, we've got to help these men before they die.
Okay, so we can either spend ages making a cure. Let's just free the people here.
Thank God it's you, Jim. I'm so glad you came.
Jim's wife.
Thank you for saving our station, Jim.
It's about time someone got here. It's about time someone got here.
This Romulan command...
I mean, does it really expect me to go and make a cure for every single one?
Some odd-looking equipment connected to the torpedo.
What does this stuff do? What's going on here?
We're conducting research into the origins of life in the universe. This is our equipment. We believe that, well, I guess you don't have the time. You can get the background.
Okay. A very nice person.
I fail to see... Fascinating. This device contains over 10 million forms of life, patterns I have never seen before.
We call this the Cradle, Mr. Spock. One day I hope something wonderful would be produced here.
This feels a bit like a Genesis project, doesn't it? Can't just use it.
I don't have the proper medicine to...
Can't believe you want me to go and make a million more. That's a good question. Do I still have it? Yeah, I do, thanks. Good call.
You take the Ouroboros...
I thought it was a single-use item. Oh, yeah, apparently, yes, you can just take a hypodermic needle and keep re-injecting into random people. Do not do this at home, but you are absolutely right. McCoy. It's a bit weird that that's made them wake up, because they're meant to be anesthetized.
The Romulans stir weakly, then begin...
They're severely dehydrated, but they'll live.
The Romulans drink thirstily and empty the container.
Take it easy now. You'll feel better in a few minutes. Good thing we had the water available, Jim.
We aren't barbarians, in spite of what some people think.
That was a random thing to be able to do. I mean, I would have probably taken the phasers off him, but, you know, or disruptors or whatever.
The Romulan Preax stirs weakly.
He's severely dehydrated, but he'll...
Do I have to go and make
Nothing
some more
happens.
water? Or do I have some more
Nothing
water?
happens.
Go make some water. So right, my plan is once we get some more water for these people... Oh, that's nice and simple. Terminal. I'm assuming we're not far from the end of this, and we'll call it a night since it's past 11.
The machine synthesizes...
A clean drink of water. Quite good fun. I suspect that I haven't remembered half of what I've done because this game is just not...
You take a 1 liter...
Always making sense. I'm amazed... It is Richard, isn't it? That anyone can remember to stick the thing back in that machine. I think I just don't remember these levels. I remember one with Klingon Court. I remember the first one. Guess it depends which ones I got really stuck on. But so far it's been quite reasonable. I do remember the gas system though.
The Romulan Preax drinks thirstily and empty.
Take it easy now. You'll feel better.
We aren't.
Okay, let's put the same dialogue again.
I have called off the Romulan attack on this station, Kirk. I believed your virus was some kind of deliberate attack, but your great honor and compassion have convinced me otherwise.
You also conducted yourself in the most honorable fashion, Centurion Preax. You may return to Romulan space. I assure you, the Federation would never undertake such a foul program. Save it for someone who's buying, Preax. Leave Federation space immediately, or you also conducted yourself in the most honorable fashion, Centurion Preax. You may return to Romulan space without Federation.
You are an honorable adversary, Kirk. Jolon True.
You are also a worthy opponent, Preax. May you live long and prosper.
You'll never cease to amaze me, Jim.
Goodbye, Carol.
Goodbye, Jim.
Well, gentlemen, let's go home.
Wife to be. That's it. See, if we get full points on this, that is ridiculous.
Message from Starfleet.
On screen, Lieutenant.
We have read your report on the problems at Arc 7 and evaluate your
In
performance
3
at
missions,
100%.
when I don't know what I'm doing, okay, there's a bit FAQ
You
in
and
one
your
of them,
crew
but
received 4 commendation points. A perfect mission,
Yeah,
Jim.
good.
You are a model for all Starfleet.
Yeah.
I wonder if I'll see Carol again.
Well, if you don't, you can always drown your sorrow in some Romulan ale.
That's illegal, Bones.
Tell that to the Romulans, Jim. I found a whole case they brought on board the Arc 7.
It'll never replace Scotch, Captain.
That it won't, Mr. Scott.
Things that didn't make sense when I was a kid. Well, that was good fun. That's annoying that I can't save.
Another fine mess.
Priority message from Starfleet.
On screen, Lieutenant.
We have reports of an undetermined number of Velasi pirate ships in your sector. You are ordered to proceed to the Harlequin star system immediately and investigate. Starfleet out.
Right, so I'm going to save it there.
Save new game.
How many, 7 or 8 now? Try 7. Harlequin sector. I'm going to fly to the Harlequin sector. I think it's going to go horribly, horribly wrong. Because that's how it works. Bring the map up. Look at that. Copy protection at its best. Let's see if I can actually see. Harlequin sector. So you get a better picture of me at this point. That's what's slightly difficult. Right. Harlequin, Harlequin, Harlequin is 4. Ooh. There we go.
We have arrived at Harlequin. 2 Ilasi ships approaching fast, Captain. I'm also picking up an ion trail from a small ship.
Message from the Ilasi captain.
We'll show you what happens to those who come between us and
Well,
our prey. Prepare to
die! So let's go.
Raising shields.
Arming weapon.
2 ships. 2 ships. Just the map. It's because they attack me when I come out of the map. Ooh, this gets slowed down. Someone is shooting me a lot. The fact that whoever invented the French weapon did not think making things lead correctly.
Our weapons are offline. Our weapons are offline. I don't know how long. Orange shields get raising shields. Aye, sir.
Down to 1, we can do this. Wow.
The Enterprise has been disloaded previously set.
Right, I think I'm going to stop there, and I will use this live stream to remind me that Harlequin is where we need to go, because I don't think fighting through that for the next 20 minutes is going to be enjoyable for anyone. I may even just do it on my own, so we have a save game for it. But anyway, thanks for joining. That's been good fun. That is one of the most annoying parts about this game.
Raising shields.
So I will set up time, probably a couple of weeks, and we'll give this another go and see if we can get further. But thank you. It's been good fun. Yeah, and hopefully there'll be a copy of this stream somewhere so I can remember where I got to. But yeah, thanks for joining in. Good night. You all. Bye. Now I've got to remember how to turn this off.